episode 1.
Yep.
Definitely
First episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Took a week off.
Yep.
Definitely did not look at anything or do anything anime
Nope.
related last weekend. We were quite busy.
Yep.
Um, I was sick and all. I seem to get sick like every weekend. It's just
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'm sick a lot at work too, but it's just
Mhm.
you work through it, and I'm just like, I want to lay in bed and not do anything.
Yeah.
So I just like watch anime. So
Yeah.
weekends are my anime.
I feel like that all the time, not just when I'm sick.
Yeah,
I
I
just
mean,
always want to lay in bed.
laying in bed and watching anime every day for the rest of
Oh,
your life.
that'd be pretty great. I'd be down for that.
I still don't know if you could watch every anime out there. Probably not. There's too many years of
Yeah,
backlog.
probably.
You can maybe watch every like seasonal anime as it comes out. Maybe.
Maybe.
That's like, well, yeah, because you have like what, 20 shows, some movies and OVAs, but then you
Hmm.
have like 3 months to watch that.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that. You can get through that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, especially if I manage to watch all of Hunter x Hunter, which would be like 10 shows in one season in 8 days
Yeah. Oh boy.
without watching for like one entire day. I took a day off. It's like,
Oh boy. That's a lot of anime.
yeah, that was, but Hunter x Hunter is worth it. Anyways,
Yeah.
welcome
Anyway.
to the new season of Shenanimegans.
Yeah.
Um, we have some new stuff with the new season.
Hmm.
Um, first up, do we want to talk? Which one do we want to talk about first, YouTube or Discord?
Oh, I don't know. You just have to mention them both, I guess. Let's start
Yeah.
with the Discord.
Alright, so we now have a Discord channel, which you can
Yeah.
check out. I will post a link somehow once I figure out. I mean, you'll find it in the comments on the YouTube, which we'll talk about in a second. But
Mhm.
if you want, what?
What?
It's because streamer mode's enabled. It's hiding the link, so I
Oh.
can't say what it is.
Here, I can get it.
So our Discord link is discord.gg/DNSFMX7. So if you use that, you'll get in. Hoping to grow the community a
Yeah.
bit through it.
Hmm.
I wish there was a way I could just like bring this up on stream, but I didn't
Yeah.
think. Actually, I can. I totally can do this. Just give me one
Yeah.
second. Oh God,
Is
what am I doing?
the streamer mode is convenient, except for when it's not.
Are we certain people can hear you? We should be certain
I don't
about
know.
that.
Oh, I'll unmute the stream real quick and just double check.
Okay. Yeah. For reasons we're not going to go into, we have to double check this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I checked it. I'm good.
Alright, cool. Okay, I will bring this up. I literally just screenshotted it, and I'm just gonna throw the screenshot up. There we go.
There we go.
You can see our little
Perfect.
DNS FMX7.
Hmm. I posted a link in the chat as well.
Alright, cool. So yeah, you can join us through that.
Mhm.
And our next thing is we have a new YouTube, which we'll be uploading everything to, and I'll be
Yeah.
posting to. Which
Yeah.
The link there is a little bit more weird because you need subs to get follows. You can see it
Oh,
up here.
right. Yeah.
Like we don't have our original URL
Logo.
yet. We've just set up. We don't have a header or anything yet. We're gonna do that. And I
Mhm.
was trying to upload every episode of the podcast, but well, I started with just the first two. I was like, I'll throw the first two up. Something went wrong. The first one didn't go up. The second one did. So right now there's episode 2 on there. But I'll get all of season 1 up there, and that's where we'll be uploading episodes in the future. So
Yep.
you can check that out. We're also thinking of maybe doing some other video stuff, like reviews and stuff we'll put up there. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to subscribe to my own channel, because I can. Yeah, so that'll be the new
Yeah.
place to go. I should probably
Hmm.
post that link in the chat as well.
Yep. Good idea.
And yeah, so
Perfect. So yeah.
the future, I'm also going to be doing a proper link dump on the YouTube videos, so that's going to be part of my afternoon after this.
Yeah.
Just going over everything we talked about, throwing the links in, so
Yeah. So if you mention something and you want to know more, we'll have all the links to everything.
yeah, we'll
Or
do like
mostly everything.
an hour and a half podcast, and then I'll take an hour and a half just posting all the links in there.
Yeah.
Because after you listen to it, but it's all good.
So yeah.
Yeah, so if we want to get off with news, we've got a decent amount of stuff. Anime
Yeah.
Expo happened, of course, so there's lots of news there.
Yep. And first off, that wasn't actually an Anime Expo thing, but there's Land of the Lustrous. The manga for that has been just been brought over to America now, to the West. The first volume of the English one came out a week or 2 ago. 2 weeks ago, I think.
June 27th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got the first volume of it, and it's really, really good. I really like it so far. The art is like really, really pretty. I think in the Discord I put a couple images if you want to pull one of those up again.
Yeah, somewhere in here. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere. So it's got really pretty full color pages, and also they're planning on doing an anime in the fall.
Which
so we'll look forward to that.
Some of the trailer for.
Yeah. So yeah, there's the first volume's out now, and there's 2 more coming in like the next month or 2. So I really like that so far, and I'm looking forward to reading more of it, and definitely going to check out the anime when that's out.
Yeah, it looks mainly 3D CG, but the way they do it really matches what the art style looked like in the manga. Like it looks weird.
I think this. Yeah. I think the art style would be like hard to do in traditional 2D animation.
Especially with how the hair looks like.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the main things, because they actually make it look like liquids and stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Land of the Lustrous. Hopefully that anime will be really good, because the books are really good so far.
We're definitely looking forward to it. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot to put it in here, but I have an anime release news I want to talk about.
Okay.
Chio-chan anime.
Ooh.
Which we definitely did not talk about last week because we didn't do a show last week.
Definitely.
But that, I believe, was announced at Anime Expo. If this will load. YouTube, please.
YouTube, hello?
Hello? Hello, YouTube? Why is this not loading?
I don't know.
This is interesting.
Oh,
My YouTube just broke.
That's a fun problem.
Wait, can I play a different video? Yeah, I can play a different video, just not this one.
Oh, okay.
Did they take it down? Oh, wait. No, something's wrong with this video now.
Huh. It's weird.
I'm just gonna like Google it. Okay, we got someone else upload it somewhere, and that won't play either. What the heck?
Oh no.
I can play.
It's a cursed video.
Okay, I got it. It's like I can't search or anything. I can only play stuff through Up Next right now on my YouTube. That's really messed up.
Huh.
But yeah, so this is based on a gang manga about a girl going to school and the Shenanimegans she gets caught up in. We had to do one name drop because it's the new season.
Yeah, we had to.
But it's just bizarre and wild, and it's kind of like Nishi show was like written by 4chan, but less offensive.
Yeah. This show looks crazy. I'm definitely gonna have to check this out.
Yeah. Oh, if they do this faithfully, this is the anime of 2018 for sure.
Yeah. I'll do this. Did they one in 2018 that's coming? If it's really early.
I think it's gonna be faithful just because of like just in this trailer, so many of the facial expressions and stuff are like exactly as they are in the anime. Oh wait, the best part.
6 million bucks is mine!
It's about my...
I need the best part of the trailer.
Yeah.
It's about my reward from yesterday.
6 million bucks is mine!
Where they're just all like the people with the horse masks and stuff are all just like, hey, my reward, and just runs by. The best part of the trailer. But yeah, so Chio-chan is going to be wild. It's going to be great. If you haven't read the manga, you can check that out. It's pretty cool. And if you have, well, yeah. Anime.
And you already know. Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. So back to our news we actually had written down.
Yeah. So up next, so this got announced a while ago, but this is some more news coming out about the Fooly Cooly 2 and 3 seasons. It was a while ago, a couple months ago, I think, that I think it was Adult Swim announced that they were going to be working on 2 new seasons of Fooly Cooly, and they've now actually got a trailer out.
I'm of disappointed that they didn't keep the tradition, like the original animation style.
Yeah.
It's really close. Also, I just noticed, what the heck? They have accent-wear cat headphones in this trailer. But, yeah, they have the accent-wear cat headphones, but didn't Adult Swim actually just steal that design and sell them on their own or something?
Yeah,
Even though it's like
that.
patented by the original creator?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
something weird with those.
I remember there's something going on with that, and I think it was Adult Swim. I'm actually curious now, because that's like so much thievery.
Yeah. So, yeah, the trailer shows little bits of the shows, and then is mostly just announcing like staff and people involved. I think they said that
So
yeah.
Yeah, I found it. It's Yume made them. They're actually the exact design. They didn't credit. It's the exact design of them. Like,
Huh.
but they aren't the ones that made physicals. Someone made a physical rip-off of them.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about that.
But, like,
It was like a musician of some kind made like her own headphones.
Like, it's literally almost the same. The only difference is the circles in the ears are different. That's the only difference between them. But like, the way they attach and the clips at the like head are the exact same, and the big old circle. The only difference is the part in the ears.
Yeah, that's real dumb.
And it was all like Indiegogo funded and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty bad that they just did that.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that they're making a sequel to Fooly Cooly at all, since it's like been so long.
It's like one of those things where it's like, don't touch old classics. But also, I didn't like Fooly Cooly in the first place. I thought it was like... See, my issue with it was the first scene is like a high school student feeling up a middle school student. I'm like, this is weird. No. And people are like, but it's amazing. I'm like... There's like... someone touching a child in the first scene. I can't watch this. This is so uncomfortable and weird.
Huh.
But
it's been a while since I've seen it, but I don't remember that.
That's all I remember of it.
Yeah. I watched the whole thing and I ended up liking it. It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of style to it, so...
Yeah, it's just put off from that first scene. I watched it.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently it's going to premiere in 2018, so...
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how that is. I'm curious if they can kind of keep up what people want from it.
And our next piece of news is less anime and more fun. There is a Studio Ghibli theme park confirmed for 2020, which is actually pretty cool to think about if they do it right. But I'll probably never get to be able to go because they'll be in Japan.
Yeah.
I would have expected it to be like maybe a section in a Disney theme park since they own it now. Like in Disney World, like have a Ghibli section or something. But it's kind of cool that they're getting their own.
That is. I guess it's like a big enough studio and big enough, like well-known enough that they could do their own thing. Because I guess usually a lot of times they have like sections of theme parks based on other things. It'll be like, oh, for while this movie or game or whatever is popular, get this thing in here.
Well, it looks like it's a part of Expo Park.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's in the Aichi Prefecture. I don't know if it's a regular park or if it's like... It looks like just one big like, park that's has some activities. I'm not sure. I'm trying to find more about this park. Yeah, it's like they want to make a youth park, or they've been saying they wanted to.
Okay. I think when they say...
It's like 2005, so it looks like they're turning it into a Ghibli park. What it sounds like. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like when it says Exo Park, it means like a park with trees and footpaths and stuff, and not like a amusement park.
Yeah,
and so this
like
is going to be adding stuff, attractions to it.
200-hectare swath of land. They have scale replicas of Mei and Satsuki's home there already. Because they apparently they've been talking about yeah, they've been talking about making like a kids park there for all. So
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool.
yeah,
So yeah, that'll be interesting to see when that eventually gets built. Because right now there's just the one like drawing of it, of the plans, I guess. So that'll be cool. I
yeah,
like Ghibli. Ghibli has a very pretty art style, so that could be adapted well into a theme park for fun.
yeah. Apparently, Miyazaki originally wanted the park to be a technology-free nature park for kids,
Hmm.
which the Atlantic dubbed the anti-Disneyland.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing Miyazaki would say.
Yeah, apparently they're taking great pains not to disturb the park's pre-existing plant and animal life, so
Okay.
there'll probably also be like those sections of it that
Yeah,
are all natural.
that's cool. Cool.
And back to anime announcements.
Yeah.
Trigger's back with not one, not two, but 3 announced anime.
Mhm.
So they have announced Promare, Gridman, and the last one, which
It's,
name I'm forgetting.
Darwin in the Franks with 2 X's.
Yes,
Yeah.
Darling in the Franks. Which there's, I don't see a poster for it.
Yeah. It's just a collab. They just have the thing. It's a collaboration with A1 Pictures.
Yeah.
You don't have anything else for it.
I'm gonna see if there's anything on Mal about them.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I didn't like look into a whole lot about what came out of that trigger panel. It was just kind of the titles of these things.
From what I
Like,
remember, Promare is primarily the Kill la Kill team. So that
Okay.
one's going to be wild. Gridman is an original mecha show. I'm trying to remember who. There's Amamiya Akira is the director for it. That's all we really know, I think. But he did.
Okay.
He was the assistant director on Kill la Kill, and he has worked on a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And he was like the art director and animation director for Tengen Toppa
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann.
Okay.
And then
Hmm.
Darling in the Franks. What can we find about that?
Probably not much. It seems like they didn't actually say a
They do
whole
have
lot.
a trailer. That looks cool.
Oh, they do.
Well, not a trailer, but a poster on Mal.
Oh. Oh yeah, look at that. They do.
No background information. Who is their director and stuff? They have more people announced for what they're working on.
Yeah. Mhm.
Some old school workers that used to be
Yeah.
like on stuff. The director is the character designer for Pantene Stocking, so that'll be interesting. And the character
Okay.
designer for Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think this is his first directorial debut as like a head director. Oh no, maybe?
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks like it. So that'll be cool.
Cool.
See how it goes. See what he does.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this stuff.
I think
See.
this one was also like a mecha, from what I heard.
Yeah.
They have someone who's hired for mechanical design that worked on Eva, Eureka 7, Hero Man.
Mm.
He was the art director on Kill la Kill, so this actually has a lot of the Kill la Kill team too.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
all have a mix of whoever's team. But,
Okay. Wasn't there a thing? I thought I saw something saying that they had been working on like Promare for like 3 years now or something.
yeah, I
Might be a
think they
thing. Yeah.
started it right after Kill la Kill ended, is the rumors.
Yeah. I think I remember seeing that somewhere.
But yeah, I'm excited
Yeah.
for all 3 of these. I actually
Yeah.
need to watch. I want to watch every mainline full Trigger series, and I think I'm only like 2 off from that.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I can actually
Trigger.
do that real fast.
Trigger is one of those studios that like it's one of the studios that I recognize by name. I go, oh yeah, I should watch that because it's a Trigger thing.
Oh,
Because I
no.
really like their style.
I'm 4 off. I haven't watched
Oh.
Inferno Cop. I didn't realize they did Ninja Slayer, so I have to watch that.
Oh yeah.
And then Kizniver and Inu Battle wa Nishijoke no Nakaday. Keeps going.
I've watched Ninja Slayer, and that one's real fun. That's a good show.
I've seen like Inferno Cop here and there. It just looks wild. It's like it looks
Yeah.
like an old '80s cartoon from America, like the ones that just
Yeah.
like giving a shit.
Oh yeah, from the little bit of Inferno Cop I've seen, it looks like it's in the same style as Ninja Slayer was, which
Speaking
is
of,
crazy.
there was an Inferno Cop special at Anime Expo. It's
Oh
really
yeah.
hard to find footage, but they just like land-based America. It's hilarious. Because
Oh yeah.
it was on July 4th when it aired.
Oh.
They have like one of the girls from Little Witch Academia come out,
Mhm.
and she's like wearing her outfit, but it's all red and blue striped and starred and stuff, and it's like just like we have to sing the anthem. Let's stop fighting. It's like fighting's bad because like Trump showed up because Inferno Cop insulted him and just cut him in half, and Trump's like, "You're right," and they start singing, but it's like, "America's really great, America's really great. I love burgers," and it's like, it's so dumb. But like the whole audience just stood up and
Yeah.
like acted like it's the national anthem.
Yeah.
If you
That's
can
great.
find footage of that, I highly recommend watching it. It
Yeah.
was pretty funny, but
I'll have to look for that. That sounds great.
yeah. So, uh,
Up next.
Netflix finally released anime. As I mentioned,
Yeah.
Little Witch Academia, you can now watch the first half, except everyone's already pirated it, so they're getting no money because fuck you, Netflix. Where's the second half of the season? Where is it? I don't give a shit about your Castlevania anime and the fact that it's out, which, yes, that's good, it's out, I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
But give us the full seasons. Why can you not simulcast? What is wrong with you?
Yeah. That's really weird. That,
Ugh.
um,
I just
I
like
guess they're.
don't want to watch anime on Netflix.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, I kind of have to make sure they get their money, but it's like I also want to just like not watch and just like send complaints saying like just air it simulcast and people will watch and like then watch if they actually do it. Like kind of
Yeah.
protest that way, but the problem is it hurts the creators if you do that. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I bet they probably don't do simulcast because they seem to be really into the getting people to binge watch something one after another, so they don't want to have to update week to week, which is a
that's
dumb
not
reason.
how anime airs. It's not a Western
Yeah.
style show. You can't do that.
Yeah, it's a dumb excuse, but
Especially when all of your competitors simulcast. Even Amazon simulcast, except Amazon is they don't know how you have to pay for a service. They're insane. I'm not paying
yeah,
like $110 to watch anime. That's no, fuck
They're
you. I'll buy the
crazy.
DVDs if I want. Or I'll watch it on High Dive if they have it.
yeah,
Or somewhere else. Like I'm not paying that much.
yeah,
And it's
But-
bad because they're also killing shows because of that. It's like only people who already have Amazon Prime and stuff are going to watch.
yeah. But anyway, the reason we got on this topic at all is the Castlevania anime on Netflix is out. It got announced in May, I think.
Yes,
And
people
I-
have marathoned it already, basically.
Yeah, yeah. It's only 4 episodes, so I watched it yesterday, and
still
I
need
thought
to.
I thought it wasn't very good. A lot of people are saying it's really good, and I think it's kind of bad.
Did you play Castlevania 3?
I haven't played it, no.
Okay. Lots of people who are talking about how good it is seem to be people who are fans of the game and played it, so maybe a lot of it comes from the nostalgia, and maybe it's really truthful to the game, and that's why they think they're really good, so...
Yeah, well, one of the big problems I have is in the first episode, the whole setup is that Dracula wants revenge for stuff, and like the reason he wants revenge is super dumb. And I don't know if that's from the show or from the game,
It's
but
probably
it's
from the game, because it is the third Castlevania, not the first
Yeah.
or second, so...
I don't know. I'm just kind of bummed out because like with Castlevania, those games are kind of lightly connected to each other. They're not like direct sequels one after another.
Yeah.
So like they could have done anything with this show. They could have gone crazy with it. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
like a lot of the dialogue writing either. It's a lot snarkier than I think Castlevania should be.
Yeah, I just played Legacy of Darkness. That's the only one I've
Yeah.
really played. And a few DS ones my brother had, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
really play those ones. I'm not a big fan of the Metroidvania style games, usually. I like some, but
I always think I am, and I start playing one and I just get frustrated and stop playing. So
it's just like you start trying to find all the collectibles and you just get so, like, it takes so much out of you just having to go over everything so many times that it's just like, I don't want to
Yeah.
do this anymore. Like, I'm done.
yeah. Anyway,
And
one more
finally-
announcement.
Yeah. Your Mushy Petal have announced a fourth season this January. So, the last season ended just last season, of course, and it was great. And Teshima is a very good boy.
Yeah.
Bless Teshima. Deserves so much more. But yeah, so they're doing a third compilation film, which will feature new animation cuts and recap the events of the TV series. I don't like that they're like, oh, new animation cuts you should check out, but it's like, it's still just a recap. But they are good for catching up. If you don't want to watch the previous 3 seasons, you can just watch the recap films and then jump right in. I still have to watch the movie. I haven't watched the movie that's not a recap film yet, but it's not super directly.
Yeah.
I think it's slightly not in plot, but yeah, so I'm super excited for that. I love this series. It's one of my favorite sports anime. It's probably actually my favorite sports anime. I know a lot of people like Haikyuu, Kuroko no Basket, although no one talks about Kuroko no Basket anymore.
Yeah.
But Haikyuu's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But Yo Mushy Petal is like, that's the one for me.
Yeah. That's something I always hear a lot about. Yomushi Pedal.
It's good. They give a lot of like character development and backstory into everyone.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. So since it's a new season, is there anything you're watching this season?
There's been a couple of things. I checked out a bunch of stuff and dropped a bunch of stuff immediately because I'm like, oh, this is actually garbage.
As one does.
Yeah, of course. And then I do have a short list of a couple of things that I'm watching. So the first one, I'm just going through these. The first is a Koi to Uso, which is, it seems a little generic so far. It's kind of like a high school romance thing, but the twist is that there's like, there's a government program where you get matched with who you're going to marry, and you don't get a choice in it. And this kid is like, oh, he's matched with one person, but he loves someone else. So it seems a little generic so far, but I'm going to give it another chance next week. See how that is.
Those stories are so overdone, I find. Like, I just can't really enjoy them. It's like, oh, okay, this is like the 50th. I think it's probably newer to anime. I can't remember many anime that do it, but in Western stories, they do it all the time. Like, it's just such an overused Western trope. I would be kind of interested to see how it's taken in the context of Japan, if they'd, like, pushed it a lot as part of the reason behind the like declining birth rates and like what kind of reasoning goes into it. That could be very interesting. So in the first episode, they like super briefly say like, oh, because of the declining birth rates and stuff, that's why they started the whole matchmaking program thing. I'm curious if they'll keep up with that, or if it's just going to become like a generic romance story. So if it does, then I'll probably just drop it. One of my issues with these is they always just like pretend homosexuality isn't real in them, like always. They're just like, you two have to marry each other, and then they're just like, well, okay. It's like it never plays on those concepts, or when it does, it's always just super overly tragic and hateful. Like, well, not hateful, but it's like they're using it just for tragedy and not actually for like, they don't actually care about like gay people all. They're just like, well, they get fucked, now you can cry, haha, like, which is another Western trope I'm really sick of.
Yeah. So that was the first show. And Surizuri Children, I think you had mentioned you were going to watch this as well.
I plan to check out. I haven't yet, but I've seen a bit of the manga, and it's...
Yeah, it's an interesting show, because I think it's based on a 4-coma?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it is.
And it's just like really short, like, oh, here's some various love stories, and it's kind of neat.
Yeah, 12 minutes per episode. That's not bad.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's kind of the reason I would keep up with it, is it's so short.
Yeah, I forgot to play the trailer for Koito, so I'm just gonna go back and play it while you talk about the next anime.
Okay, the next anime is actually the next anime is Netsuzo Trap, which I think you watched that one too as well.
NTR cucking the anime.
Yeah, I went into this one thinking like, oh, this is probably going to be garbage, right? And then it wasn't total garbage.
No, it's total garbage. It's complete garbage. It's literally like the one girl is basically sexually assaulting the other girl, and the other
Yeah.
girl's like, I guess she's teasing
Yeah.
me.
It's like,
Can't let my boyfriend know. And the other girl's clearly like, oh, you kissed your boyfriend? He got your first kiss? Well, I'm gonna get your first French kiss, because it's like,
yeah,
it's
This
bad.
is-
Oh.
it's a dumb show.
This manga has been like published by Seven Seas for a while. You can get the manga, and I wonder how much worse or better it is.
Oh god, I don't know. That reading that seems like a bad idea. I don't
Are
know.
they even going? It's still going on. Yeah, it's still
That's-
ongoing.
Yeah, I think the only reason I watched all of the episode of this is because it's only 9 minutes.
It's that's same. It's so funny that's Netsuzo Trap and like uppercase NTR.
Yeah,
But like yeah, Seven Seas literally released it as NTR colon Netsuzo Trap. Like they put NTR in the title.
that's silly.
Yeah, it's like this is cucking the anime just from the title, like right there. The one thing this anime is good at is voice acting. They're pretty good with.
Yeah?
Surprisingly,
Hmm.
that's its upside. The voice
Yeah.
acting was pretty good, but
Yeah,
That's,
it may be garbage. At least they're putting some effort into it, I guess.
yeah, it may be garbage, but at least it's like the high end garbage where like rich
Yeah.
people are throwing out their foie gras and shit like that.
Yeah, it's like really well made garbage at least.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's a delicacy for the raccoons. That level of garbage.
Yeah.
Um,
So I only have 2 more things real quick. There's Made in Abyss, which is, I don't know, it's okay. It's about like there's a city with a giant hole in the middle, and it's supposedly a bottomless pit, so that people go explore it for artifacts. And a little girl is like a explorer in training or something, and finds a robot boy in it. And I
yeah.
don't know.
I still haven't gone to watch it, but this.
早くシンフエになってお母さんに追いつきたいんです。
Sorry,
Uh-huh.
this animation looks really like unique in this day and age and really cool
Yeah.
because of that. So I think
It's-
that's a big thing.
It was kind of weird. The art style of the show is like the backgrounds look kind of watercolory at times, and then the characters kind of stand out from that because they're more like a traditional anime-ish style
Yeah, but
of
like
drawing.
the way
But
their
yeah,
faces
it
are,
does
like,
look pretty good.
the chibi is like a style of chibi you don't see anymore. It looks very much
Yeah.
like Ichigo Mashimaro or like even
Mhm.
older stuff like from the 80s and stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely an underused style.
Yeah,
Older
so
style.
I think that's really interesting. I still have
Yeah.
to watch it. I have not gone to watch many new airings, so
Yeah.
you had one more, right?
Yeah, I have one more. It's called 18 If, which is a
yeah.
bizarre thing. It's a multimedia project with a mobile game and a VR game plus this show, and it's like just crazy because there's some I don't fully understand what it's about. There's something about witches and dream worlds, and there was a man who was actually a cat, but he's actually a man. I don't know. It's strange, but the visuals are really cool. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna at least watch the next episode of that.
Are they
None
full
of-
episodes or?
Yeah, it's full 20 whatever minutes. So, I don't know. It's weird and that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll probably give it a chance
yeah.
to check it out.
Yeah, none of these things really like stood out to me yet as like being really great, but we'll see.
There's a lot of hope for 18if because it's already licensed by Funimation,
Mhm.
even though it only has a 5.76 so far.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm just
I
gonna,
could. s-
I'm gonna just kind of look at the rating of the stuff that's out to kind of like give an idea. New Game 2 has an 8.07, even though it's not out yet. There was an early streaming, so you can. There's like an early stream broadcast,
Yeah.
June 29th, or so it is leaked online with the worst subtitles ever. I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for it to come out. It comes on the 11th.
Yeah,
Hina Logic has a 6.24. It's new Luck and Logic season. I have to check out just because I played the Luck and Logic card game before Bushiroad killed in English.
all right, yeah,
Kakegurui, which is the privileged gambling one, has a 7.86, which isn't bad.
yeah. It's not bad.
Fate Apple Crier has an 8.03, which I would expect from Fate. That's one I need to check out still. There's like I'm not caught up on all the shows I plan to watch. Ballroom Yokoso has an 8.04, 0.01 more than Fate Apple Crier.
Oh.
0.03 less than New Game Season 2. So,
Oh.
our leader right now is New Game Season 2. That's the show to watch right now. But,
Yeah.
I've heard some disappointing stuff about the animation. I've heard it's very, very good, but it doesn't live up to, like, how wild the anime kind of is. Or the
Yeah.
manga kind of is, because it has really cool stuff.
Mm.
They have it currently showing.
Ballroom or New Game?
Yeah, Ballroom. The manga has, like, a ton of, like, crazy art room. Art. Yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna pull
that's-
some up here so you can kind of
Yeah.
see some of it.
I'm gonna probably watch Ballroom. I don't know. I always watch the first episode.
Yeah. It's
It's,
like,
I think ballroom dancing is just such a weird, like concept or basis of a show, I guess.
yeah. They have, oh, okay, I'm looking at the manga scenes and, like,
Mm-hmm.
they have so many lines for movement and, like,
Yeah.
making it look like it's all moving fast paced. And it's
Huh.
done in a pretty wild way, an interesting
Yeah.
way, but I don't know if they'll do that in the anime. So,
Yeah. I could see that maybe being difficult to adapt.
yeah.
A lot
And
of
then
fast movement.
Knights and Magic, I did watch the
Yeah.
first episode. It's pretty trash. I'm gonna watch the second. but
Yeah.
This one's one I'll maybe drop. I just like mechs too much.
Yeah.
Basically,
I watch.
did you watch
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I watched the first like
It-
5 minutes,
and
and then
yeah.
a giant robot cast a fireball, and I said, "Nope, I'm done."
The first half of the series. So it's okay. It's a web designer guy
Mhm.
with the voice of a like 8-year-old, even though he's like 20, who dies and gets reborn. He doesn't even get reborn. He's not reincarnated because they're saying, oh, a mecha otaku is reincarnated. No, no, no. This kid's already like 2 or 3 years old and he just possesses its body. Like,
Yeah.
like you see the kid already born and then he's just like, wait, I woke up. And it's like, oh boy,
Mhm.
that's that
That's
poor
weird.
kid.
Yeah.
And then he proceeds to just have this montage of being so OP because he's like a 20-year-old. It's interesting because a lot of those shows you don't really see them doing the, oh yeah, I have all this knowledge so I can grow easily.
Yeah.
I guess what was that show from last season with the crazy girl who was
Ooh.
actually a guy? Like, it's basically kind of a copy of that, but not as good.
Oh.
In like the reasoning or plot too, because there's no reason for him to be reborn. But yeah, so there's
Yeah.
giant robots that can use magic and stuff, but all the magic is
Mhm.
supposedly like circuitry stuff, which is interesting
Okay.
and all, but it's not new. Scrap Princess did in a much more interesting and original way.
Yeah.
But yeah, he makes friends with some young kids, and they aim to become Night Runners, which are people who use the Silhouette Knights, which are the big mechs. And they're all like, oh, these ones kind of suck. Hey, you're a blacksmith, right? Take this design for a gun wand and make it, instead of just... I don't know why it had to be a gun wand. Like, he could have made anything, but it's like, I want it to look
yeah.
like a gun. Because, yeah, that's a thing.
We're gonna cast this
It's
bullet spell at
so
you.
cringy. Oh, but I'm gonna
Ugh.
keep watching for now. I would not
Yeah.
really recommend though. Somehow
Yeah.
it's 7.35.
I saw some people saying it's really good, and that's why I checked it out, and it's actually not good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ancient Magus's Bride.
Hmm.
Weirdly enough, it's starting to air in October instead of now, but they did air the first 3 episodes. But yeah, I don't know why it's airing in October. It's like halfway through the season or something.
That's weird.
I guess it's fall season.
Yeah.
Winter.
Oh,
Yeah, no, yeah.
yeah,
It's
October would be
season.
fall.
I'm like,
Okay.
dumb. But yeah, so the first few episodes were aired. That's why it shows up on, hey, it's this season's. Where it's like, no, it's not. It just
Yeah.
aired early. That has an 8.53. That is, but it's only from the people who got to see it live, basically. Even though
Yeah.
it says 36,000. Okay, that's probably a lot of plan to watch.
Yeah.
New Symphogear season 7.75. It's the 4th series, so you gotta watch all the rest.
Yeah.
Token Rambu, that had their slice of life anime, now has a battle anime, and it is a 7.23. I actually want to compare this against the original. I'm curious. Against Token Rambu Hanamaru, this is 7.23. Okay, Hanamaru 6.83, which I watched and it was nice, but
Yeah.
it's a gacha game adaptation. You always have to be careful with those.
Yeah.
Violet Evergarden has an 8.86. That is the highest we've seen so far.
Wow.
It
Yeah,
is
that's really high.
It is a KyoAni. It is episode 1 aired at Anime Expo. Regular broadcast starts in January. I've seen some stuff on Kitsu from people who got to see it, saying it's absolutely like beautiful and stuff, and insane. There's one about Aoyama-kun who wants to clean everything or something, but it's also like a soccer thing, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like, it's a sports comedy. I might check it out just because of that. Battle Girl High School. Did you check this one out? You said you were going to.
Oh, yeah. I watched a little bit of the first episode, and I was not feeling it at all. I don't know.
It's all licensed by Sentai Filmworks. Damn.
Yeah, it's got a 5.3, which that sounds about right.
Yeah, it looks like a gacha anime, kind of.
Yeah, it's just really dull. Like, there's nothing special about it. It's just they're magical girls, and they're in high school, and they save the city, and that's it.
We're just gonna look for anything above 7 at this point.
Yeah.
Or like sequels, like Yami Shibai, which is a horror thing. Season 5 is out. Yay. Ahu Girl, I've actually heard some good things about, is out. And fun fact, has the same sound director as Dream Eater Mary, which we'll get into soon.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen lots of stuff about that. People really like it. It's apparently a really good comedy. Isekai Shokudo, Restaurant Trend of the World, is 7.23. People are pretty excited about that. 00 Children, as you talked about. Let's see who else here has above 7. Sayuki Reload Blast. Okay, so Sayuki Reload, from what I've heard, is like a sequel. It has a prequel that came out in 2004. Like, it's been 13 years since their last season. This is the 3rd season, I believe. No, this is 4th season.
That's weird.
Yeah, this is the 4th season. Oh my god, the 1st season. What? Wait a second.
What?
Okay, no, it has a prequel that came out in 2008. Okay, there was a short OVA prequel to the first season that came out. There's been some OVAs that have come out recently of like 3 episodes, but for full seasons, this is the first one in like 13 years. The original came out in 2000, then they had one in 2003 to 2004, and now...
Wow.
Then they had another to 2004. So yeah, this is season 4 of this, and it's been 13 years. So I'm sure lots of people are excited for that. I might actually check out just because it's like, how is there such this long-going anime that's come back that I just like you just don't hear about? Usually these are like the kind of shonen things, but this is like a josei comedy adventure thing.
Yeah. Huh.
That's interesting.
That's weird. Yeah.
There's a free ripoff. I'm not gonna go over that. It's under 7. Made in Abyss has an 8.04.
Oh.
There's Shokuko no Altair, which came out yesterday. Young Pasha serving the Demon. Okay, this one's the one that's kind of based on Turkish stuff, I think. Altair, Record of Battles. I don't know exactly what this is. But, like, this one seems interesting for the aesthetic alone. I think I want to check this one out. You don't see a lot of, like, Turkish anime. It's kind of why I was so interested in Roku no Yusha, because of the Aztec themes in there, which you don't see either in anime.
Oh, yeah.
Hitori Ijime My Hero has a 7.46, which this is a slice of life shonenai. Get your gay on, let's go. If Netsuzo Trap is not your thing because you like guys, there you go.
Yep.
Princess Principal has 7.24. Centaur no Nayami has a 7.00. It's just down the line. It's straddling that. And that's all that's aired so far.
Nope. Yeah.
So, yeah, I have only watched the one, I think. Yeah. I've only watched Knights and Magic so far. I've been marathoning Little Witch Academia because it came out, and I'm still marathoning Boku no Hero Academia Season 2 sports tournament talk, as everyone says. Everyone yells it like that. I don't know why, but... And
that's very silly.
Yeah, I've been marathoning that, and then also... What else am I watching? Oh yeah, Kitsu, they have groups, right? I joined a group that does themes for what to watch each month. And this month was post 2000. So I'm like, okay, I'll do this. This seems cool. So I've been watching Hyper Police.
Mm-hmm.
I'm opening them on Kitsu now just so it's easier to find. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
watching Hyper Police for that, which is pretty fun and cool. I'm 6 episodes
Yeah.
in on that, so that's taking up time from stuff I'd be
Cool.
watching this season. And then I have like
Yeah.
the shows I was already watching. I'm slowly going through.
All right.
And I started Hinako no Hoot from last season last night because I wanted a slice of life. But now I have
Yeah.
two. Um, yeah, so I think that goes over most of what's out this season so far.
Yeah.
What we're watching, what we're not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's time to get into
Yeah.
our book club. So, as we mentioned, we were going to go over the Jing OVAs, so we're just going to go over them really fast and lightly
Yeah.
because we didn't do an episode
Nope.
last week. Not at
Nope.
all. No.
Nope,
no.
not- nope.
So, yeah, what did you think of the Jing OVA?
I really liked it. It was good. It was I need to find my notes again. Oh, you're there. Okay. First off, the music is really good. After we didn't do the show last week, I went on YouTube and found the OSTs for both Jing and the OVA. I just listened to it because it's really good. And I thought the execution on the OVA was like really good. They stayed really true to the books, and as like a cool thing, they threw in like this bonus flashback chapter that was in like a bonus thing in the books, and like put that into this OVA and worked it in really well. I really liked it. Having this OVA made me wish that they had like been able to do a second season of Jing, and like make it more like this OVA than the first season. So yeah, what about you?
I really liked it, much more than the original season. It had a really nice, coherent plot. As you said, the music was amazing. The art style and art direction was amazing. There was a lot of times where it felt a lot like a lot of the horror games I see a lot, which was a really weird, unnerving feeling. Like there's parts I'm like, this feels like Silent Hill 4.
Oh, yeah.
Parts where I'm like, this feels like Off by Mortis Ghost.
Mhm.
The plot was good. There was a lot of cool stuff. As you said, the like extra they managed to fit in was really cool because it like finally gives me some answers that were never
Yeah.
given before. Although it gives me more questions too. It's like
Yeah.
that episode that focuses on that special is one of the creepiest episodes for me because of
Oh yeah.
all the things they kind of put in there, like implications that are kind of hinted at but not really said, that are just really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if this show, if like, it's like how people do really in-depth looks at like kids shows, be like, oh, actually, when you think about this world, it's actually crazy, and like how like in Pokemon or something, it's like, oh, there aren't any like dads around because apparently they're all in the military because there's some war going on somewhere, but like they only barely mention it in like 2 episodes, so most kids don't see it.
I didn't even know. I didn't know about that. I
Yeah.
thought they were all just off doing their own Pokemon
Yeah.
training like assholes.
Yeah, there's some weird thing like
They
that's why
train
Lieutenant Surge is a
to
lieutenant.
Send them off to war. God damn.
Yeah.
No, so
Yeah, I don't know.
I am trying to find some information about Jing that I'd heard, but I can't find it. But from
Yeah.
what I heard, all of the audio was done by a small indie band they found at random.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
I've been looking a lot more into stuff like where the music comes from for a lot of stuff because I'm really interested in that stuff and I love music. So yeah, I found that out, and then I found out a random fact about Drifters, which we're not really talking about, but the theme song for Drifters is like by some random like indie band thing.
Yeah.
That's like not from Japan, and like I forget where they're from. I'm trying to find this real fast. Does it talk about the intro here at all? Anime. Trying to find this again, because that's always the awful part is finding information on this.
Yeah, I was
It's performed by Minutes Till Midnight, which,
okay.
if I remember right, has like no Twitter followers, or he didn't before it at least.
Yeah.
Minutes Till Midnight has 1.3 thousand likes on their Facebook, which isn't a lot for someone you'd think is
Yeah.
really good. This is a song from 2015. Someone on the show just found this song and liked it. How they found it, I don't know. Apparently they have like Oh wait, no, that remix is probably the Drifters remix. But yeah, it's like they're just some random unknown, and that's so cool to me that these people do this, where they just. I'm trying to find their Twitter now, and people. Of course, Yuri Bot shows up. I'm glad that wasn't anything
Of
perverted
course.
that shows up. Yeah, I can't find. I don't know where their Twitter is. Okay, we'll not
Yeah.
do that hunt because that's not even the show we're
Yeah.
talking about right now. But it's so cool how they find like these indie bands that aren't known for anything. They're just like, yeah, just do like all the audio for this. So yeah, I think it's whoever did the opening for Jing just did like all of the audio for it. I don't know if they did for Seventh Heaven as well, but for the original season they did, which is a super cool fun fact.
Yeah.
And yeah, but yeah, no, I love this OVA. I gave it a good old 8, which is much better than Jing's 5 I gave it. Actually, I gave it 5 or 6. I redid a bunch of my ratings lately. I gave it a 5, yeah.
I think I gave both of the OVA and the series a 7. So I thought they're pretty good. I might up the OVA to an 8. I think I'll do that.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I really liked this OVA. It was really
Yeah.
good. It really
It was good.
made me enjoy the rest of Jing more and really enjoy everything I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was Jing. We have our new series going on that we've got Dream Eater Mary and Centaur no Nai. Is it Centaur no Nayami? I think it's Centaur no Nayami.
Centaur
It's
no
our
Nayami.
Centaur's
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
not our Centaur's worry. Don't listen to Mal. So, which one do we want to start with? Oh, I forgot to update my episode on.
I don't know. I guess we'll start with Dream Eater Mary, I guess.
Alright, we
Maybe?
got 2 episodes of it to go through, so.
Yeah.
Which I forgot to update that I've watched the 2nd episode. There we go, all done.
Oh.
So yeah, Dream Eater Mary. The so if you want to know where you can watch these shows legally, because we're gonna try to do that, let you know, you can watch Dream Eater Mary on High Dive for free in 480p with ads. Very questionable ads. At least they were when I watched the 1st episode. They weren't as bad when I watched the 2nd episode today, but
That's good.
yeah. So when I first watched it, it was like commercials at the beginning, and it was the same commercial 3 times, and then another commercial, and then it was like did the little intro thing that was like 10-15 seconds, and it went to commercials again that played the same commercial another 2 times, and then it finished the intro, and then it played commercials again and played that commercial again, and then there was no more commercials for the episode. But it was a thing. This one only played like 1 or 2 commercials at most, although it played them in the same spots. It wasn't as bad.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so we start off with do we start off looking straight into the dream, or does it start off with Mary around again? I forget. It's been a week.
I don't remember, honestly. I have no idea. I think it started off in the dream world.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's like showing like the cool aesthetic background of the destroyed town, and there's like the 3D CG fish that just look really unnerving because of the way it's animated in 3D. It seems so out of place. And it's like, it feels like it's kind of like a broken reality dream thing because of it. And oh yeah, no, this was a High Dive note. I'm so confused by my notes because they're a High Dive notes. It's like, I had the font color set to white, and then once the intro started, it was yellow and green. But, yeah. Oh yeah, I also have the note, why are there High Dive ads on High Dive? I know what High Dive is, I'm on High Dive, but yeah, so... Yeah, it does like the sort of intro. I think there is a scene of Mary just like sitting around or something, sleeping. But
just hanging out.
It goes into this dream. This guy's being chased by cats. We get our intro, which is really cool. There's cool shots and angles. My note is great character design. Boobs, because one of the characters, I think they just like really shoved the boobs in your face in the intro, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, so the OP was cool. I liked the song a lot.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
pretty
it's
good.
pretty stylish.
Yeah.
So come out of the OP, we're still in the dream, I believe.
Hmm. Yeah.
3D CG is cool. The animation for this dream is actually pretty cool. The way the cat's
Hmm.
animation moves, and like it's pretty fluid and intense, and like him jumping back
Yeah.
and stuff. My favorite part about these
Yeah.
cats is their cute little boots and gloves.
Oh yeah, that's so good. I really like the dream sequences in the 2 episodes so far because like it really reminds me of the Jing stuff, especially the OVA with all the weird dream stuff there.
It's a really cool take where they go from somewhat standard animation then doing
Hmm.
super stylistic stuff in the dreams, and I'm glad they did that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really cool thing. Really cool design choice to like have this very clear divide between dreams and reality.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
so the cats are like, oh, we're out of time. Prepare yourself for or whatever. Like their boss is coming. Be ready. What up? And then he wakes up and there's just like this highlight of light straight on his crotch, and it's like, damn,
yeah,
why, why this?
that's yeah.
And so he wakes up
Yeah,
like,
he
oh,
heads to the train station.
there's some really dopey face animation in this scene. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie.
yeah, there is
But
the faces.
the uniform is super cute. I love that school uniform, and the characters seem pretty unique.
Yeah.
There's the one guy who just like writes poems as he talks
Oh, yeah.
for everything,
Mhm.
and it's kind of weird. The backgrounds are super pretty too. I like the art style they used. It's kind of like a faux watercolor almost.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So-
So then it starts cutting back and forth between them at school and Mary singing around, and it's like
Hmm.
this weird dead grayscale effect everywhere where nothing seems to be real. And
Oh yeah.
like the people have these really hard black outlines with like weird
Hmm. Like a weird
texturing
filter on them.
Yeah, it's an interesting look. I don't know why they did that because it hasn't seemed relevant since, but it was
Yeah.
interesting to see. I was like, oh, she's in between worlds, but then it's like, no, she's not, because the show opens and the guy looks at her all angry.
Mhm.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's how she sees stuff, kind of in between worlds like that.
Yeah, maybe. Guess they're just trying to show like, hey, she is very different from everyone. I guess just kind of introducing the character.
Could also be like to impose the fact that she's depressed or whatever, or
Oh,
worried or
yeah.
upset.
Mhm.
But so we jump back to school with our main character, and he's telling fortunes about dreams by looking through a hole in his finger.
Mhm.
I mean, not a hole in his finger.
Yeah.
Like he makes like a circle with his fingers. He's
Yeah.
not fingered Jesus. I'm sorry.
No. And he looks at people through his fingers and then sees colors and he can tell them what type of dream you're gonna have.
They have like
But it's
this binder with all the outcomes for what colors are and shapes to try to guess. And he's like, they're not always accurate, unless if it's like pure black, which means nightmare. That's always accurate. That's the one accurate thing he has.
yeah.
And we keep coming back to Mary, just wandering around town, going through like some woods and stuff. It's like, eh.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice that they don't make her disappear Deus Ex Machina style.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Cut back to the kids at school, and they're in like a writing club, I guess. And the main character Yumeji wants to be like a novelist, but he's not writing anything, so he's not a very good writer, I guess.
meanwhile, his friend just writes poems and insults him.
Yeah.
And we get cool teacher.
Yeah. He's like, he has his dream and he just wants to eat rice all day.
Yeah, and he like sits on his chair in the cool teacher pose, but then he has like his lunchbox up against his crotch and against the back of the chair. It's really weird. It's like this guy's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And he avoids eating all the other stuff in his lunchbox that isn't rice too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there's one more commercials when I watch this, I forgot.
Oh.
So we finish up with that, and he's walking home from school, and Mary falls out of a tree above and lands right on commercials. There we go. That was the other commercials right there. But yeah, so she falls on him. I really like the music in this scene. I like it overall. It's really cute. It's like not overdone. It's very fresh and light, and like a lot of
Yeah.
like happy fiddle stuff in that.
It is good. I'm just glad that when they did the scene of her falling on him, that they didn't do like the anime trope thing where she falls on his face.
Yeah,
It was-
this is a little bit older than those, I think.
Yeah.
The original manga, I think, is
Yeah.
when is it
Yeah.
from? Also, I remembered to open it, kind of.
Oh yeah.
I did it now, but I had opened it for Jing, so we're good. We're good.
Okay. That's
Uh,
good.
The original manga started in 2008. I was 1 year off.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so that's a much more popular trope nowadays than it is back then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah. All right. It's just like this show just at times gets like on the very edge of being very tropey and not great, but it's like it's just shining away just enough where I'm okay with it all.
Yeah.
And then after that, the Yumeji is walking around like a mall shopping center area.
She lost her hat,
Oh,
though.
Oh right,
She
that's
runs
right.
off after falling on him, like, where's my hat? My hat! Hat,
My
hat,
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 my
hat,
hat.
hat.
Yeah.
Hat. I'm not going to say kabanchan because that's bag. What is hat?
Boshi?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Let's hat Japanese. English to Japanese translation. Well, there's casa, but that's not. Yeah, it's
That's
Boshi.
house.
You got it. You got it.
Okay.
Boshi.
I'm the
Boshi,
best.
Boshi. I don't know. Nailed it.
Yeah. So yeah, Yumeji's walking around a shopping center and sees Mary's hat. And he picks it up and there's a cat underneath, and the cat turns into one of the dream cats, and suddenly he's in the dream world again.
Because deja vu is similar to a dream, so you got sucked into
Yeah.
a daydream, get wrecked, and it's all like, welcome to Toontown, fricker fracker. You came to the wrong neighborhood. There'd be cats here.
They introduce Chaser John Doe, who's trying to kill Yumeji, because I don't remember why.
He wants to kidnap his body or like possess him so he can enter the real world. And
Right, that's
he
it.
has like his giant underwear bodysuit thing and
Mm-hmm.
a cool saw blade thing.
Yeah.
Pretty generic episode 1 villain voice, and he's all like,
Mhm.
I'm coming for you, and so yeah. He
Yeah.
runs off, tries to hide. Earlier in the first stream he said something about, oh, you can't, like, I can't be hurt, this is just a dream, and in this he's
Mhm.
accidentally
He
kicks some can, he tries to grab it to stop it from moving, and the sharp edge cuts him, and he's like, oh god, I can be hurt.
Oh no, this isn't a dream.
Yeah, like this is somewhat real now, this is not good, and then
Yeah.
they find him because of that, they destroy the house he's hiding in, and when
Mhm.
all looks down, Mary arrives for her hat. Nothing else,
Yeah.
just, I want my hat back, give me my hat.
Yeah.
And then crazy, cool fiddle jumps in, and we get introduced to Mary officially. Mary Nightmare, or Night Mary.
Yep.
Good pun.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, so she and Chaser John Doe duke it out a bit.
Mm-hmm. This was a really cool fight scene, I thought.
Yeah, no, I really like the way they would like cut in from like where it's like farther zoomed out. You can see both of them. It's using thin lines and it's moving more fluid, kind of. And then it like cut super close to where it's just like a fist going to hit, and it has like super thick lines, and it's all super emotive and like more about the power than like the elegance, and it's jumping back and forth between them. I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. It's really well done. Makes me look forward to like the rest of this series.
More
If they keep
fighting.
that up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So we get some more. This is where they kind of explain that he's trying to kidnap
Yumeji for his
Meiji.
body.
Yeah, he wants his body. He wants to get into the real world, and Mary's like, "Well, fuck that. I just want to go home. Like, I don't want to go to the real world. I'm stuck in the real world. I want to go back to the nightmare world." And John
Yeah.
Doe's like, "Oh, so it's you or something," and then just like doesn't follow up and like, "Nah, fuck you."
Yeah.
So
And like, I think this is when they explain that Mary is like not really sure what's going on with her, and she's like just looking for answers, and so she thinks John Doe might know about her, and so she wants to get answers from him.
And since she foiled John Doe, he hints that he does, and then it's like, "Fuck you, I'm out, see ya," and just like,
Yeah.
doesn't tell
disappears.
anything and disappears back to
Yeah.
Dreamworld, and she's just like, no, take me with you.
Oh. Yeah.
And then
And then,
passes out.
yeah, and Yumeji and Mary are back in the shopping center area, and Mary passes out, and Yumeji carries her off. That's the end of that episode, I think.
Episode 1 is done.
Yep.
There's a small thing after the credits, I believe, where it shows Chaser John Doe again going like, oh, this is getting
Oh, yeah.
interesting. And then that's about it. He has
Yeah.
a new mask because he's got broken. There's like a pile of masks.
Yeah, he says some generic villain thing.
If I was going to be a generic villain, I would also want a bunch of cute little kitty cats for my posse. I mean, who doesn't, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, episode 2 starts off. The ads are better, or whatever. So, Mary wakes up in a strange bedroom. It's all pink and stuff, and it's Yumeji's sister going on like, oh, Yumeji carried you here. You passed out, this and that. They show their dad, who looks like a mafia member and has a big old scar on his face. This little whistling, like, flute ditty starts up in this room, and it's all really cute and nice, and it feels very serene and peaceful with all the pink background. And then I really like this show's like musical and audio design. It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Right, like this room just screams safety with the colors and the music and stuff. And then it like kind of ends and it goes to Yumeji in his room. He's like, oh, the pain's here. I'm not cut though. It's like, it must have been real. But it's like, if your pain's imaginary because there's no cut, that could mean it's not. But this piano starts going, and it's like this nice kind of off-putting but still nice piano, and it just goes for like half the episode, and I'm gonna talk about it more later, but it's really cool. Oh yeah, the tropes come back.
Oh yeah, yep. The classic. He walks in on them in the bathroom bathing, and
they immediately freak out because like that's a trope I really hate, where it's just like, oh, it's an accident, but they just freak out, they assume the worst, and it's like doesn't listen. It's like everyone's like so aggressive and too angry to think. I really hate that trope, but they kind of subvert it and make it justified because they're like, this is the 15th time. Stop walking in on your sister. This is creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he gets beaten the fuck up like he deserves. And
this is gonna cut to a different character after this.
Is it right
or no,
after that?
Right after that, they have dinner with their family. Yeah.
Actually, I think this is here. I think this is where the piano part actually starts. I have my note. This music in the dinner mood reminds me of DRR, the way the sound is.
Yeah.
And then after their little just dinner thing where not much happens, it's just trying to build character, it then cuts to this new character.
Yeah. This redhead who's in her bedroom talking to a voice. And then it's like something like the voice is helping her with nursing school or something.
Yeah. Does it also show here what the voice is, or is that another scene? I can't remember.
I think that's later.
Okay, so yeah, it goes back to them. They're like outside. He's like giving her a drink and talking to Mary about her problems and what they're gonna do. And the piano piece here is still going throughout it. It's been going through this entire time. Oh yeah, every time they do the like she's talking to her friends in this other part, the piano piece swells a bit, which is really interesting and cool. So like I do think they do show it this time. I do think it shows the dream here, because she's talking about when I first met you. Yeah, I have the note for the swell because I remember it swelling when she appears. So she's talking to this plant girl in her dreams who's like, I'm just interested by humans, want to get to know them. It's like, are they a nightmare? Are they a good dream character? We don't know. But the music's swelling and it's like still that off-putting weirdness to it. So it kind of hints that, oh, things might not be so good. And then then it goes back to them talking, and some drums come in a bit. And then the sister comes in.
Yeah. It was a thought I had when Mary and Yumeji were talking, like, because I mean someone's body,
So
right?
you're
And
cutting
second, we
out.
did. Oh,
You're all roboty and cutting out. Hello?
so,
Hello? Uh, we have lost Lastly. Lastly is not in the voice chat anymore. Oh no. Oh no. Technical issues. We can't get to one. Okay, well, Lastly is fixing that, I guess. Should I continue with the episode? Like, I think you can still hear me. Should I be continuing with the episode, or should I just, like, talk about something else for a bit? Oh god. Oh goodness.
oh, hello,
You're back? Hello?
hello, I'm
Hello?
back.
Okay, yeah, and you
Do I
sound
sound-
normal again. Yes.
Do I sound okay now? Okay.
Okay, so,
was-
what were you trying to say?
So what I was saying is when Mary and Yumeji were out on the balcony having their talk, Yumeji is like, "Oh, you're not inhabiting someone's body, right? That's your own body." And Mary's like, "Yeah, of course." And so the thought I was like, "Oh, is that going to be like a big twist? Is actually Mary is inhabiting someone's body and she just doesn't know it?"
Mary's inhabiting his mom's body. No.
Oh,
Oh god, that'd be weird.
so, yeah, that was one of the few notes I took on this. I was very sleepy when I watched this, so I don't have any
think
notes.
They did mention in the first episode
Mhm.
too a bit. It's like, oh, didn't you take someone's body for? And she said like, I'm
Yeah.
not sure. So
Yeah.
this is like trying to follow up. Like you said, you weren't sure. Are you sure? And she's like, no, I'm sure.
Yeah.
This is my own. I woke up.
Yeah.
I didn't know, and it kind of shows her like waking up in the alley. And
Yeah.
lost. And so she probably passed out because I doubt
Mhm.
she's eaten.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sister comes in with donuts. The
Yeah,
music
delicious
swells
donuts.
at the donuts, which I love. It's like
Mhm.
donuts. The drums kick
delicious.
in. It's like Don donuts. Let's go
Mhm.
nuts. There's your Showbiz reference of the season. That one goes out to Miles from Crunchyroll. You're welcome. Who will never see this, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Uh,
I think Mary says something like they're the best delicacy she's ever eaten or something.
Mhm.
Like the best food ever. Which, I mean, that's true. They are. Donuts are great.
I really like the soundtrack here. I think it changes a
Mhm.
bit again too, back to fiddle. But it's like
Yeah.
I really love how this soundtrack feels like it should be a high fantasy series or something, like a really lighthearted high fantasy, because it's a really interesting comparison. And what's the word when it's like the exact opposite of something? God, I'm
The opposite?
well, not the opposite. I just said the exact opposite. Like.
The- I can. I know what you mean.
In
I know.
comparison against how dark and shadowed the tones of these scenes have been, and how everything seems like it should be dark and kind of off, and there's been this like piano that's kind of off-putting but also very light, and then there's like the light fiddle. It's a very interesting mix between like this high fantasy, happy adventure sound with like a muted kind of dark toned aesthetic of this show, which I think is a really cool mix.
Yeah.
They really like highlight the differences between each other well.
hmm
I really love the sound design in this episode, and I'm really
Yeah.
liking this show altogether, and I want to look at more stuff the sound designer and director did. Like, I'm literally just going to go through and watch other shows, like Aho Girl, just for that, because
hmm
I really love it.
Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna have to pay more attention to the sound design in the next episode. Because it's like, it's easy to not notice good sound design, because when it's really good, it should just be effective, not necessarily stand out, but like, yeah, it's easy to notice bad sound design, but it's hard to notice good stuff. So I'll keep an ear out in the next episode. Pay more attention to it.
We go back to school now. Next morning,
Yeah. Well,
Mary left in the middle of the night. The dad's like,
Yeah.
I won't stop you if you want to go. It's like,
Yeah,
I've got
this
stuff
is-
I have to do.
This was I had a weird thing here, because it's like, wait, Mary wants to find John Doe again, and she thinks that Yumeji is connected to John Doe, or she knows he is.
Well, he kind of said, like, I
Yeah.
should bring him back.
Yeah. But I don't know, I think it seems weird. It's like, oh, but he's right there. You should just hang out with him until it happens again.
She did mention earlier in the episode that this is the
Yeah.
fourth time. This is the fourth nightmare.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
she probably realizes, like, okay, he's been
Yeah.
defeated. He's probably not coming back. I have to go find a new
Yeah.
one.
Okay. That makes more sense then.
Yeah, that is part of their conversation. I forgot to note
Mm-hmm.
on, but yeah, John Doe is actually the fourth she has fought.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so she leaves. The dad's like the way it played out, I thought it was going to be Yumeji trying to stop him, be like, I'm gonna come with you and help her, but instead it's the dad who's just like, do what you have to do, which is like pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I want to know more about that dad. Like, why he's got the giant scar on his eye.
He's totally in the mafia.
Totally, definitely.
Totally.
So yeah, we cut back to the next day, and it's school.
Actually, I'm gonna put out a theory right now.
Yeah.
He was attacked by nightmares as a kid, and his wife is like something like how Mary is, and that's why the Yumeji has the power to see dreams.
Okay, that's a good theory, actually.
And then Mary might be like their sister or something, just like a similar creation to what like their mom was, who isn't.
Yeah.
Because I made the joke earlier where I was like, oh, it's in the mom's body, but no, I think it's more like a different kind of species of dream, maybe, that's similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we go back to school. There's a new character who's introduced, and she kind of doesn't really say anything, and is just like not talking to anyone. It's like, poem guys, like, is this what you call a tsundere or something? And High Dive gave me like a bunch of these small subtitles in the top corner, but they would jump around between the middle and the top that were explaining what a tsundere is, and it was really distracting. I'm like, I don't like this. I know what a tsundere is. I don't need this. It was like the translators know. Keikaku means plot or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it. I know what tsundere is. Please.
Yeah. So yeah, they introduced the new character, and then I thought it was funny, like, oh, we're gonna introduce a new character, and then have her not say anything.
Yeah, and they did like nothing with her, and then we have the teacher talking to the girl who's been talking to this dream, and going like, so you're going to go into like nursing, you want to do this, blah blah blah, and he's like doing his cool leans against stuff, like, I'm the cool teacher, I'm gonna talk to you about your dreams, what's up fam, I'm here for you. It's like, he's totally a villain. He has to be. Even if he's not in the manga, this is an original ending, he's totally gonna be a villain. I call it.
Totally.
Maybe not, but he's gonna have like some rice nightmare and then never eat rice again or something.
There's definitely something weird with him. He's got to be significant to the plot in some way.
Yumeji tries to talk to a transfer student, she ignores him. He's like, damn. Rude. And then we kind of go back to, it's Serio and Yumi. Those are the characters. Yumi is the redheaded girl, Serio is like the dream. And she is on her way home and finds scissors, and like with the cat, is pulled into this nightmare realm. And Serio is like freaking out, and there's like these big ol'
bear traps on chains.
Catches her leg, and then like vines grabbing at
Yumi.
Yeah, and, like holding her in this weird position where she can't move.
Yeah.
And she's like trying to get her, like, I'm gonna help you or something, and then giant bear traps come and just like rip Serio apart. And then Yumi's like kind of woken up, maybe in days. All of her books are dropped, which she's kind of moving on. So I'm not sure if maybe this was like played by Serio, who might have been a nightmare who has now possessed her, or like there's a few different ways it could have gone. Like she could have killed her here, possessed her that way. A nightmare could have come, attacked and killed Serio, which is like her, because these are like her dreams. In theory, it could be like the kind of like how you have dreams at night, but you also have like a dream of what you want to accomplish. And this character like brought about, oh, I want to be nursing, so it could be like that form of a dream or whatever. And if that was killed by the nightmare or whatever, and then possessed her, that's another part. Or actually, I'm not going to say the last possibility, because that's something I vaguely remember from the manga, but not well enough to know if it's actually this or not, so I'm not going to mention it, but...
Okay.
Because I don't remember if it's here or somewhere else. And I'm like, if I am remembering that it's here, I don't want to spoil anything. It still could be one of those two, I can't remember. I don't actually remember this character in the manga, so... This might be anime original, I don't think so, though. I do remember the character from the trailer for the next episode, though, from the manga. But yeah, so Yumi's possessed, it kind of heads off and ends on this bleak note where it's like, we just don't know what happened to her. We don't know what happened to Serio. We'll probably find out, but it's like
It's like, yeah.
Mary's still off on her own and all that.
Hmm.
Meji's just like,
Yeah.
where'd you go? I want to help you. You saved my life. I gotta help you now.
Hmm.
And yeah, so that's episode 2.
So
which,
episode 2.
sorry for talking a lot. I know you said
That's fine.
you kind of slept through it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
Watch
know.
it late at night.
Yeah, I didn't take many notes for this, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
I hope that's okay. So, lastly, we have Centaur.
Yeah. Hey. Nice.
So, yeah, Centaur no Nayami. Season.
Yeah.
Why am I saying season? Episode 1
Season,
aired this
yeah.
morning.
Episode
We watched
1.
it just before this, so we'll have a much
Yeah.
better grasp on what happens.
Definitely.
So first off, it starts off gay. That's
Yeah.
right off the start. Girl kissing
Yeah.
girl.
Hmm.
That's the first scene.
My first note is like, well, this year is off to a start.
Yeah. It is a play thing though, and it's like,
Yeah, they're rehearsing for a school play, and
like you weren't supposed to actually kiss. And
Yeah.
They're all shy
It's
and
like-
embarrassed, and
Mhm.
the way they're embarrassed kind of hints that there might be some romance there. The
Yeah.
Draconoid / Batgirl is the
Mhm.
best.
oh, she's great.
She is the best character. She's my favorite. Although I
Yeah.
also like all the main 3. They're great, but
Yeah.
yeah. So they're like, who did that? Who wrote it in? Someone wrote it in, and they all realize, oh, Komori, who's the other bat person, Draconoid.
Mhm.
And so she just beats the shit out of him. And it's like, you creep, because he was supposed to be the prince, but then ended up not
Mhm.
being because he cheated, because he
Yeah.
wanted to get with Hime.
Yeah,
Centaur.
Hime. That's her name.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
name is literally Princess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I was very pleasantly
yeah.
surprised by how well this was adapted. Like, a lot of the stuff
Yeah.
I wanted to see in this episode came up, which makes me happy. But, yeah, so they're having this whole conversation. They're like, it doesn't count and stuff, but the two of them are blushing a lot, and it's like,
Mhm.
kind of like awkward. Like, I thought it'd be
Yeah.
okay if it was with you and stuff, because, there's that whole trope. It's
Mhm.
hinting at it.
Yeah.
I really hope that they go full out. I remembered to change to the right page. We did it just a few
Good.
minutes late again, but that's
Nice.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Nozomi is the Draconoid.
Yeah.
So the 3 main characters are Nozomi, Kyoko, and Hime.
Hime.
It's
Yeah.
actually Himeno, but they just call her Hime for short.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So they
work on their play.
mhm.
It's pretty
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah.
Which is nice, because it's like you think they're just going to play up all these other parts, but it's just actually really standard. It's kind of
Mhm.
cool, though, how they go into, well, this is based in, like, you get a bit of the history here and there from the character who's obsessed, and it's like, see,
Mhm.
this is a Slavic play, but in the time period it's set in, there wouldn't have been a Centaur princess, so I couldn't base a costume off of it, because there was none. However,
Mhm.
there were Centaur princesses in Russia at the time, so I can base it off a bit of Russian and these other countries that had,
Mhm.
like, and it kind of, like, hints at, like, oh, some of these countries were, like, kind of racist and some weren't and stuff,
Mhm.
and it's like, it kind of pushes, like, oh, Centaurs are probably more from, like, East Asia, because you also see images of, like, I guess who was supposed to be Genghis Khan when they talk about the wars in
Mhm.
the past as a centaur and stuff, and it's like, it kind of, like, hints at, like, oh, it's more like from Russia and, like, northern Asia and stuff is kind of
Yeah.
where centaurs come from and stuff. But then they also mention that, like, later on they mention stuff where it's like, oh, but they were also used as slaves, and it shows a very, like, British imperial kind of designs there, so it kind
Yeah.
of you
Western
get
Europe.
a bit of the backstory just from these small things, and I think that's
Mhm.
really cool. The world building in this show
Yeah.
is so subtle, the same way it is in the manga, and that just makes me so happy that they have that in there like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's a lot of side stuff, which we'll also get to. So
Mhm.
yeah, they do the play.
So, yeah. They try on the costumes, and then importantly, they brought in the scenery, and we're like, oh, it's just like made out of wood, and Hime tried to walk on it. Like, oh, this probably can't hold her weight. And like, oh, you need to reinforce that.
And they're
Important.
like, we had this guy jump on it though, but if you look at the guy, he has much larger feet than her hooves, so it's like they're
Like,
a
oh,
lot
yeah.
more like spread out the weight, kind of. I think.
Yeah. So then it goes to the school play. And they're so excited, and it seems to be going well.
They hint again, like, oh, are you sure it's been done? And you see metal brackets have been added to it, and they're like, yeah, for sure, but the metal brackets haven't been added well. Like, you can see the way it's been added, it's just like, that's not really how that should go. Like, you need more wood underneath holding stuff up. It's just like 4 planks holding up a thing, and then the planks are, like, attached to the top by, like, these brackets, and it's like, those planks are gonna break. That's where it's gonna fall apart. Like,
Yeah. It's not very smart construction.
no, but I mean, that's what you get with high school students, right?
Yeah,
Well,
true.
not actually. Not if you're in theater. You do much
Yeah.
smarter. I can attest to that. But if you're just like a random class putting on a play, yeah, you're not going to be smart about that.
hmm
Um,
So they're putting on the play, and it's going great until the climax at the end, where Hime needs to climb on top of the scenery thing to be on like a tower, and then the other girl's name, what's her name? Say it was
Nozomi?
Nozomi.
Yeah, Nozomi.
Okay, yeah. And Nozomi climbs up the top, and
Whoa.
Whoa.
So, sorry, I mentioned earlier the score was
Yeah.
7.0. When I came
Yeah.
back to it just now, it's dropped to 6.79. More
Oh, no.
people watch it. There's only 179 users so far.
Oh.
So,
Yeah. Oh, that score will probably be bouncing up and down since
yeah.
it just aired today.
Yeah, it's just cool to see how fast
Oh,
that
yeah.
changed. Because, yeah, when it was at 7.0, there's like 75 users, but...
Wow. So yeah, they're on top of the scenery, and then just as they're finishing their lines, like, oh, it starts collapsing, and Hime grabs onto Nozomi and leaps off of it and saves them both from getting hurt.
Smashes a hole in the floor. Nozomi gets
Yeah.
real gay and
Oh,
kisses
yeah.
her on the cheek as like thanks and stuff. Even though she didn't have to, she totally wanted to kiss back. She wanted to do the full
Yeah.
kiss again.
She totally did.
Totally.
Definitely.
Nozomi is so gay. That we don't actually know or not yet, but here's
Yeah.
hoping. Give us the gay character. But yeah, so that's like kind of the first part of the episode kind of wraps
Yeah.
up there. They're all like, oh, we kind of got it, it's cool, like, it's safe. And then we go into the second part,
Yeah.
which is a history lesson where they're again talking back, they're talking about the wars, and they're talking about history and the racism that faces, and the idea that if evolution had gone a slightly different way, you'd get regular humans, or the only difference would be like skin color, and they're like, there probably would be less racism. Even though there's
Yeah,
not.
it's like, oh,
It's
well,
like- well, they put such an emphasis on how much is shown as racist in here that I think it's like
Yeah.
maybe possible, because they're going like, yeah, they treated some people like animals. Like the flashback shows like someone with like some weird gimp mask on and stuff, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of weird stuff. But yeah, they're going on this thing about like how you like tolerance is everything. You have to be tolerant, and it keeps cutting to 2 people in military suits standing outside the doorway with like their eyes covered by
Yeah, like
darkness,
in the
watching
shadows,
the
yeah.
teacher, making sure she's giving them the right lesson. And this is what I'm talking about, like this weird background dictatorship that you just kind of see from these weird scenes, but it's never really remarked upon that's in the manga. And I'm like, they put it in here, and it's so cool. It's like, it's so unnerving and weird in this slice of life to just have this, but it adds to the world building so much.
Yeah. It was. So yeah, they show the guy in the doorway, and he just gives a thumbs up or something. Like,
Yeah.
Good job.
And they're talking about like the different kinds of species. There's like the 4 or whatever. There's like the fawn, the cat people and stuff, and that. And then there's like
Like, there's the fauna. I forget what they call them.
It's like the fawns and like
The-
cat people and stuff, and then there's the angel people, the angeloids and draconoids, and then there is the centaurs, which they said is like all mainly centaur, but there used to be like were-tigers as well that fit in it,
Yeah.
but they're now extinct, which might be an important thing later with the racism.
Yeah.
And then finally there's merfolk, but none of them are at that school, which reasoning probably because there's no water.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So, yeah, so it kind of goes on about those, and it talks about, like, oh, racism stuff, it's bad, and it's cool. Maybe that's why
Yeah.
it's getting bad score. People are like, these SJWs ruining anime. I could see someone
Yeah, I could
doing
see people
that.
getting
Some
mad about
idiots.
that.
Some
Yeah.
idiots. But so yeah, and they kind
I
of
really
finish
like that part of the episode with the whole like history lesson explaining the world. It's like that's really good to do in the first episode
Yeah.
to
And the fact
build it
that
like
they
that.
add more world building throughout, like we had that little spiel
Mhm.
from the person about the costume that adds some world building. We have some
Yeah.
stuff later on when they're on their walk that we'll get to about the world building, which I
Mhm.
did mention briefly.
Yeah.
It's really cool we get to see like the world just through these hints and pieces and get to build it together.
Mhm.
But yeah, so they go off on this run. They're doing some run for gym or something. And
Mhm.
Kyoko's all like, this is too much, I'm so tired. She hasn't really played a big role up till now, just because of the
Yeah.
chapters they took to adapt, but she starts playing more of one here. It's like, I'm too slow, like, slow down, I'm so tired. And like, oh,
Mhm.
just gotta stay, like, caught up and stuff. Like,
Yeah, just gotta keep running.
you gotta, like, work out.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're like, going on, just talking about fun stuff.
Mhm.
Talking about how she needs to work out, and then she gets really tired, and Hime offers to carry her or give her a ride, and
Mhm.
immediately they're like, no.
Yeah. So like,
People
oh, I'll
may
be.
construe it as racism,
Yeah.
and I will be sent to a correctional clinic. And it's just this
Yeah.
one-off line, but you're like, people are afraid of these correctional clinics. Like, they
Yeah.
almost sound like something out of, like, just because of, like, the way it's kind of hinted at, it feels like something
Mhm.
of, God, what's that movie with the guy in all the white and the cane who, like, murders people? Clockwork Orange. It sounds
Oh.
like those
Oh, yeah.
almost. Like, just
Yeah.
the way it's kind of hinted at. And it's like, it's more this world building, and they go, like, see, well, in this country, which they haven't said what country it is, but
Mhm.
I'm assuming it's more because they've showed, like, Mongolian stuff, and they talk
Mhm.
about Russia, them being kind of, like, wars and stuff.
Mhm.
How they were like warriors and stuff. Probably that also counts as like Japan, because they're probably in Japan or wherever
Probably.
there. And it's kind of, it's somewhere in the east, but they ain't saying where. But they mention in the west, which is also the same kind of, or yeah, in the west, which is the same reason they said like there wouldn't be like a Western centaur princess in this
Mhm.
day and age. They go back to this age and they talk about how some people kept them as slaves and used them for transportation. And you see this really weird image of like
Mhm.
a fully armored centaur, but like blind and like
Yeah.
gagged and like with the arms bound behind their back, being
Mhm.
ridden by some knight, which is really weird. But it's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's more that world building. That's why there
Mhm.
wouldn't be a princess then, is they were used as slaves in these countries.
Mhm.
Because they're like, we need horses that move fast. Because
Yeah.
cars weren't invented and stuff yet. But yeah, it's more of that weird world building where it just kind of gives you a glimpse at like everything.
Mhm.
Just a small one, but you start to go, oh, so that's why. That's kind
Yeah.
of weird and creepy.
It's like you see and go, oh, this whole thing is weird. There's
Yeah,
weird stuff going here.
This is supposed to be a nice, happy slice of life, and for the most part, it is, but it has such a dark and weird undercurrent that makes it so interesting. I love
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. So they continue on their run, and
Kyoko's still passing out and tired. She is my
Yeah.
spirit human animal.
yeah, and then like Nozomi looks at Hime's legs and is like, you could probably run real fast, couldn't you? She's like, oh yeah, I could.
No,
And
he's
it's like,
like,
oh.
being gay again and
Mhm.
staring at legs. As always.
Yeah. And then she's like, oh, here, I'll race to that next traffic light just to show you. And she, she bolts off, and then like, oh no, car comes, and like dodges out of the way of the car. Like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have done that. That was dangerous.
It's like running full tilt at you. You didn't have time to stop or whatever.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like, kind of also, I was like, she probably did, but them yelling at her to stop made her turn around and look away and
Yeah.
pay attention to the line, so it might be that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
and they're
they-
like, damn, you went fast, you should join the track team.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, see, I heard that a lot, I tried it once, and I just came in last by like a lot, and they're like, oh yeah, it's divided by race, you're actually not that fit for a centaur.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's also the line about like, I run with my mom every day, because if us centaurs don't stay fit, we don't have the mobility to turn around to wipe ourselves properly. And wait, you can wipe yourself?
Yeah. So they
You
they
learn
continue.
about centaurs. They
Yeah.
get fat, they can't, they lose mobility.
hmm So they continue on their way, and they run into like a teacher or instructor, I guess, who's riding by on a bicycle and telling them to hurry up.
So, yeah, and they're
Yeah.
like, sorry, we can't take any more. I stayed up all night. I'm passed out.
Yeah.
The bike's over capacity. You can't get right back. You just have to try to finish. And I was like, oh, that's not fair. They mentioned that it's like you have to get back before lunch is over. I'm like, why are you running a marathon during your lunch? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
You need to eat. Like,
Yeah, I wanna-
is this a regular thing? I'm really confused.
This is
It might,
school has a weird schedule, I guess.
but it might also be part of like why the world's so weird or something.
Maybe.
I'm
Who
just really
knows?
curious about maybe it's like, oh, you get to eat when you get back, but they take a shortcut and then just get back before the bell rings and have to go to classes with
Mhm.
potentially not eating, which is kind of weird. It's like,
Yeah. I don't know. Odd. So yeah, they get back to the school, and I think that's kind of it for the episode.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it was pretty standard slice of life, besides all the weird stuff in it, which I love. And I'm super looking forward to more of this and hopefully more
Yeah.
world building.
Yeah, this
Some of the
was-
places they're going.
This is a really nice episode. Yeah, like you said, and like we talked about, the world building is really, really good. Because the world is so weird, and it's just really well done.
The way it's just hinted at is such an interesting way to implement it. They
Yeah.
go on like these big expositions and rants about it, except for the one that the teacher did. But the important part of the world building, I think, to that wasn't so much her rant going on, but the fact that there was these like government military officials watching her, making sure she did it right and didn't say anything else. Right, like.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting in that regard. That like it's where I think that was actually meant to be like the interesting part of the world building there. So it's
Yeah.
really cool. Highly,
Yeah.
highly recommend at least checking out the first
Definitely.
episode if you want.
Yeah.
I
definitely.
don't think its current score of 6.79 does it justice. Let's refresh. What's at now? Still 6.79. I
Ah.
guess it doesn't update that often.
Yeah.
But yeah, so. Oh yeah, another
Yeah.
thing about this show. This is animated by Howliner's Animation League, which I think is primarily does. I think it's a Chinese studio that mainly does Chinese shows because they did Chu Feng Bi, Hu Yao Zhao Hong Yang. I thought that was an. I thought that was an L. I misread. I
Yeah.
have glasses, but yeah, I can't pronounce these. But yeah, it's primarily Chinese animation shows. So it's pretty interesting. Oh, they did an O&A called Zombie Brother with 41 episodes with some other studio. Sorry, I just got really distracted. They did a lot of stuff with like 39 episodes, 63. Like it's weird episode numbers. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Guess seasons are probably different in China.
Yeah, maybe.
If
Who
these
knows?
aired on like, because yeah, it's like I have no idea if some of these are. Lots of them are O&As
Yeah.
too.
Hmm.
Yeah, they have one that they did with Tencent, who I mainly know from the producing League stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Zombie Brother is 41 episodes, 8 minutes. Okay, cool. That's interesting. So, but yeah,
Weird.
so really cool seeing this studio doing some mainstream stuff. They've done some other stuff, but nothing too mainstream. But I think if this goes well, this could really be where the studio breaks into the industry more in like
Yeah.
main Japanese shows.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because I really like how they're handling this show so far. They're very true to the
It's-
source material.
It's been really well done so far, definitely.
Yeah, the animation's pretty good. It's nothing amazing, but it's a slice of life. You generally, unless
Yeah.
you're something like Nishijo, you don't need amazing slice of life anime. Like, I'd say its animation is similar to K-On's, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
K-On's amazing, so... Yeah, so, that's it for our book club. Do we have
Yeah.
anything else? Any last stuff? We have
yeah.
questions sent in.
We do.
I didn't
That's
post
right.
I didn't post announcements in our Discord that we went live. Whoops. Okay.
Oh,
that's,
whoops.
That's fine. We can use that. We
Yeah,
did
well-
post on Twitter and everywhere. So
Yeah. We'll remember next week.
yeah, mailbag questions from Necro.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some questions for the week. Sorry, they're more lame than usual. Heidi, it's that time of weekend. Here's some anime questions for you to answer. What's your favorite anime from a visual standpoint? Maybe not the best or most interesting, but is perfect or nearly perfect to your visual taste. So you said these are lame questions. I think these are the most interesting because there's such a wide variety of different visual tastes that can be really interesting.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier shows doing like a Turkish or like Aztec aesthetic, how it's so underdone that it's really interesting to see. So I really like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then just from like straight up animation, like even if they don't have great animation, but straight up animation standpoint, you get stuff like Madoka Magica and like Mob Psycho 100 that do these crazy art stuff that's just completely like breathtaking and amazing. But it's not always the most original of like animated styles. Well, Mob Psycho had like the paint on like stained glass stuff, which was super cool, and that's really original. But like a lot of these scenes where it's like the magic and stuff, it's like it's not really new, it's just the way they did it was so high quality. Like similar to One Punch Man, it's just so high quality, it's like it's beautiful to look at no matter what.
Cool.
It's hard to say what my favorite would be though.
Yeah.
Really hard.
For me, for visuals, I would say my favorite thing is Red Line, the movie. I think I mentioned it a couple times on the show before last season, but the animation on it is just so gorgeous and it's so crazy stylish. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite anime things ever, and part of it is just because of the visuals of it. It's really, really great.
God, having to decide visual-wise is so hard. I'm just gonna say some of my favorites, of course. Madoka Magica is beautiful. Yuki Yuna has some amazing backgrounds, and some of my favorite. They have these really beautiful watercolors. They're really cool.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. I love Nanon Byoi because like it gets the perfect aesthetic for how laid back it is, and it's so nice. Let's see. Oh, I have two more. Baka to Test Tosho Kanju. Well, it's kind of outdated now. When it first aired, the animation style is something I hadn't really seen before, and it is so pretty and beautiful. Like just the first episode. I'm gonna just play some of this PV, see if it shows me. They have like a lot of like this dotted circular shading and stuff, which is really, really pretty and stuff. It's a really interesting way to shade. I haven't really seen anywhere else, even now. And I just loved that show's aesthetic so much when it came out. I need to rewatch it sometime. But number one, now that I've thought about it, I'm probably going to give it to DRR Season 1.
Yeah.
The way it uses, like, colors and shadows, like, it looks like an actual city perfectly, and it looks really realistic, but the way they use the shadows and stuff to, like, highlight emotion and stuff is so cool. And, like, it just fit the show so well, and, like, it was, like, the perfect way to convey the tones in the scenes and stuff, and just, oh, I love that aesthetic. Like, of just, like, this random downtown with weird stuff happening. It's just, like, a random nightlife where anything can happen, and I love it. Also, this is the trailer from the UK exclusive, and I would direct you to look at the stream for a second.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? This is the official? Like,
it's got this weird, like, MS Paint. Slides thrown in the middle.
I don't know what that is, but that's great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, so I kind of highlighted different ones I really like because it's hard to pick a favorite, but I think maybe the RR would be it.
Yeah. I actually thought of a second one I want to mention. It's called Mani Mani Maikyu Monogatari, or the English title is Neo Tokyo. It's from '89, and it's like 3 short stories in one thing, and it's so good. It's really good. It's like
trailer looks cool.
It's fantastic.
I thought you were gonna go with Jing, honestly.
Oh no, Jing is like a cool style, but it's not super well executed, I don't think. But it's
this is aesthetics only, right? So
yeah,
it's all about the style.
Yeah, but you know, the execution of the style matters too, you know. But for Neo Tokyo, it's like, I really think that if Akira hadn't like existed, that Neo Tokyo is what people would hold up as be like, that's like the super important anime thing. It's like showing what anime can do and how crazy it can be. It's really cool.
I'd say maybe, but also maybe not, just because of the fact that it's a mix of short stories, which never really sells well, which is unfortunate. This does seem really interesting though, and I want to check it out.
Yeah, it's really good. You should check it out, definitely.
See, now I'm thinking about old shows with good aesthetics. Like Cowboy
Yeah.
Bebop has such a good aesthetic.
Yeah.
Actually really like, oh, Little Witch Academia. That is,
Mhm.
oh, that show is so pretty and so good. Oh, there's just so much that's like just so good. It's really
Yeah.
hard to choose anything.
Oh, Kill la Kill. That's got good style.
Oh God,
too.
yes, Kill la Kill.
That's great visuals.
Bungo Stray Dogs. I actually really love the visuals, even though they're not super like stylized all the time.
Oh, Flip Flappers.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Flip Flappers, Drifters. You know, it's a show that I actually love the aesthetic to, even though it's hot
What?
trash. It's
What?
not even hot trash. It's like cold trash. So you can probably guess. I've mentioned it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Our good friend Lance in Masks.
Oh, right, that show.
Oh my God, it's
Oh.
a lot of its animation is pretty tame and stuff, and it's not the best. But whenever they do these fight scenes, they go into weird like JoJo. Oh yeah, JoJo aesthetic. It goes into a very
yeah.
JoJo aesthetic, and it's like really pretty and cool. I'm like, why does this show suck so much? I'd say maybe just for I think it's the opening. That opening is like such a good aesthetic. It's so nice.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's cool.
But yeah, saying something good about Lance and Mass, we did it. I had to.
The first time ever. Said something good about it.
We did it. We found a redeeming point.
Yeah.
It actually has pretty good music too. But
Okay.
yeah. So what's your favorite OP and ending? I don't really have a favorite, but many are cool. I generally like stuff that's really silly and playful.
Oh, this is kind of tough. I have a hard time remembering them because a lot of the time, if I'm not like super into it, I skip over the openings and endings and stuff. But one that sticks out in my mind is for the opening of Outlaw Star, because I think it might just be nostalgia, but also it's just a really good song.
What was it?
Outlaw Star.
Oh, Outlaw Star. Okay, I
Yeah.
misheard.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna play a bit of the OP and hopefully not get banned.
Okay. Yeah. I'd just pay like 15, 20 seconds of it should be fine.
Yeah. Just
a really
kinda
good-
jumping around a bit for
Yeah. This song's a total jam.
No, this is a nice song.
Yeah.
So is that your OP? What about ending?
Oh, I don't know, because I usually skip those. Because whenever I watch shows, I get to the ending, and then I
Sometimes they
close it
have
because
stuff
I
after,
don't watch. Yeah, but I usually skip that. I don't know. I figure if it's after the credits, it can't be that important, right?
Sometimes there's important stuff
Yeah.
after the credits. There's some shows.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to remember which show. There's a few shows that have important stuff after the credits.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like a lot of ending credits, they usually choose like very chill stuff for it. And, I don't know. It's harder for that to just stick out in my mind of anything.
This question's so hard for me too.
Yeah.
I have like 3 different endings that are my favorite, and then opening, I'm like not sure. But I can talk about the endings. So,
Yeah.
first off, I mentioned Bakuto Test Toshukanju before, right? Its
Yeah.
ending, I actually just posted on Twitter the other day, like, oh, I love, this is still my jam. Like, the ending, Bakugo Home by Milk Tub is so good. It's just like this random rock thing, but it's like super enjoyable. It fits the show so well. Let's see. So that's one. I just forgot. Oh, I know the other two, but I'm like, I know one of the other two. What's the other one? Oh yeah, Babuki Baranki.
Yeah.
It was the first song I'd heard from Mythenroid, who I'm a huge fan of. They did a bunch of Rezio stuff too, so I'd be wanting to take one of those maybe, but oh my god, what? Finding it on YouTube's impossible. It's always like pitch shifted, and I don't know why. But like,
yeah.
it's so good. I love this show. Yeah, so I'm gonna play with that. And then my last one would be Trust Me from DRI, which again, I love that show so much, and that ending is perfect. Okay, I'm gonna have to play that now. I played a bit of Anger. It's the first ending, and it's so good. Just like this happy pop song. I love this song so much. I want to jam to it right now. I want to just like
Yeah.
turn it off and jam. So openings, God, I'm struggling with an opening. I love DR's first opening, Yorigiri Yuyaku. I think that's why it's and how it's pronounced. And I love like Bubuki Baranki's opening, which it's the same shows, but there's so many good openings. Oh wait, you know what?
What?
I also love Moyashimon's openings. They're amazing, but I think number one, 91 Days opening. It is.
Oh
so
yeah, that's
good.
really good. That's a good one. I think I like that opening more than I like that show, but it's really good.
Another honorable mention is Mob Psycho 100's opening.
Oh, you know what? Inugami-san to Nekuyama-san. That's got a good opening.
Oh yeah, well technically that's its ending, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even sure. That's just my
forget.
jam. It's like both in one. That's just like the song for when you're being really gay.
Totally.
That's a total jam though. Oh, there's so many good songs. Yomushi Pedal, I feel like sports anime tend to have really good music, and I don't know why. A lot of slice of life do like, oh, we're gonna have the actors sing, and it doesn't usually work out. Some cases where it does is like the Hitamai sketch. Those openings are all amazing. Nanan Byoi's openings and endings are amazing. There was another one I was just thinking of. Good old,
Oh, there was a show. Oh man, what am I can't think of the name of the show. It was from like 2 seasons ago, I think. It was about like a detective in some fantasy world, and he went around to different areas in the world. Oh man, it's gonna bug me now. I can't think of it.
Detective in a fantasy world. Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Not like traditional fantasy, but like a fake place.
Yeah, I'm just trying to... I don't remember hearing about that at all. That's interesting.
It was really good and stylish. I'll try and find that. Oh, Akka.
Oh, Akka. That
Yeah,
was from
Akka.
last season, yeah.
It was last season? Okay. Yeah, that had a really good opening.
13ku Kansatsuka.
Yeah, that's it.
13
That had-
Territory Inspection Department. Yeah, January...
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, it ended March 28th.
Okay.
So...
Yeah. That was a good show. That had good music too.
Yeah, it was 2 seasons ago, so you were right. You were right.
Okay.
You was right.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
Yeah, so I think that's
I
it
can't
for
think of
me.
much else. Yeah.
There's one last question. Robots, does it feel weird to telling Google Capture you're not a robot? I have to get someone else to do it for me because I cannot lie.
Yeah. You're programmed to not tell lies, so you have
Yeah.
to get someone else.
Well, I won't go that far.
No.
Well, no, you're right. I always tell
Yeah.
the truth. We did not do an episode last week. There we go. It's the truth,
Definitely.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, so, and then the message ends, beep boop, don't kill me, Necro. Alright.
Oh.
It's okay,
Yeah.
you'll be spared. You'll be spared. Thank you very much again for the questions, and, yeah, just if we're going to end it there, I think we should just maybe
Yeah.
post up the link to our Discord one more time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
write in big, invite people to Shenanimegans.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see it's an X7, it's kind of blurry, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna have to take the next 2 hours figuring out
All the
links
links.
for everything, but that's okay. We'll get to it. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed.
thanks.
Welcome to Season 2, and
Have a good one.
yeah, take care.
Bye-bye.